Good morning, guys. So, you already know what time it is. It's 6 o'clock on a Saturday. And I'm up because I had to let my babies out to use the bathroom. And now I'm debating on if I'm going to eat some cereal or if I'm going to cook breakfast. I am really in the mood for some bacon, grits with cheese, and some sausage. So I don't know. I may get up and cook, but I'm not sure what I'm going to do today. Whatever I do, I'll try to take some videos of it. But I'm going to show you guys their room real quick before we start today. Okay? Let's go. Hey guys. So this is Chunk and Chewy and Naya's room. This is their room. So when I'm at work or when I leave the house, they're in their room with their TV and they're in comfort, in peace, sometimes. Cut it out. Can I do this video, please? So I just wanted to give you all just a tour of what their room is real quick. Since I mentioned it in my last video. So, that is the camera that I can look in and talk to them on when I'm not home, just to check in on them. Up here, these are some of my lost babies. So, this one here, which is my very first little one, his name was Fluffy. And I had to put him to rest 2 years ago. He was 18 years old. He was a purebred Maltese, and I had to put him to sleep. It still bothers me even till this day. That was my baby. That was my first baby. And I'll give you all more information about Fluffy. I'll put some pictures in the video so you all can see what he looks like. The one beside him is one of her puppies, which is his and his litter mate. Stop that, Chewy. So these two, believe it or not, Chewy and Chunk, are from the same exact litter. Stop it, Chewy. And it was 3 of them. I called him Boss Jr. after his dad when he passed. He was only, he didn't even make it to a month old. He died from an accident. But he was the same color as Chewy, but he was the same shape as Chunk. So yeah, he was a beautiful combination of both of them, which they are beautiful combinations of their mom and dad. So yeah, that's Boss Jr. on the right, and that's Mr. Fluffy on the left. And the bags and the little certificates are what I received when I received their ashes back from the veterinarian when I had them cremated. So those are my babies. I get to see them every day, and they get to be in the room with their family. So yes, I will always keep them here. I have no plans on burying them, even though I moved into my house. They will forever and always be visible, so I can always go in and touch them and try to reconnect with them on a physical level. Even though they're not here anymore, I can always come in, I can see their box and, say hi and bye to them. So, yeah, so those are my babies. So that's my firstborn, and that is my grandbaby. Trying not to cry, guys. And so, yeah, they do have their own TV. Their TV is always on Animal Planet. They do have cable. So yeah, they watch Animal Planet all day when I am not home. So I just wanted to give you all just a a preview of what their room looks like, because I mentioned it to you guys in a previous video. But I'm going to do a story time on how those two came to be, and then what happened to their dad, and then give you all a story time on Mr. Fluffy. So that's it for this segment. I'm gonna try to upload a video tomorrow because I took some video for this upcoming week's TTC process that I'm about to start, since my menstrual cycle starts next week. So technically cycle day 1 starts next week, and that's when all of this starts, all of this begins. But yeah, we'll get into that in the next clip. So hey guys, welcome back to my channel. It is I don't know what time it is. It's like maybe 7 o'clock. It's Saturday, 7 o'clock at night. I'm about to start fixing dinner. It just dawned on me that I haven't really eaten all day. I've been eating junk food all day. I haven't really had any food. So I'm going to try to fix some food. I'll probably go ahead and fix breakfast food because that's what I had intended to make earlier today. And then I got sidetracked. So I may end up making like some grits, sausage, biscuits, and bacon and stuff like that. And that's going to be my dinner. Because you can have breakfast any time of the day, okay? But yeah, I just wanted to come in and just do a very, very small video on what plans I have for next week, since my TTC journey for my very first IUI begins next week. And just a side note, I know that I'm looking to the right of the camera in all of my videos, even though the lens is to the left. But the weird thing is I'm trying to look at myself to make sure that I'm angling the camera right. So I need to do a better job with that, so it looks like I'm actually communicating with you guys. Yeah, I just wanted to do a small video on what I'm going to be doing next week to start and document my very first IUI journey. Okay, so I'm about to go to the brand new journal that I started. I'll explain to you all why I changed journals. And I want to show you all what October has been and the documentation that I've done for October and what I'm going to be using moving forward. Okay, so let's get into it. So guys, as you can see, I have changed journals, and this one is actually a much smaller journal than I had originally. And the reason why I started a different journal is because I wanted as much edited or editable space as possible. Something that didn't have predefined descriptions or like a preset calendar and all of that stuff. When I open it out, I explain to you exactly what it was. But I saw this journal at Dollar General, and they actually had it at Dollar General for, I want to say $3. So I ended up getting 3 of these. It's a pretty decent journal. It's 86 pages. But the way that it is set up, I love how it's set up. And just a side note, another side note, I looked on Amazon. Once I got this, I wanted to look into probably getting some more because I really love it. And I looked on Amazon to see how much this damn book was. Now, I told you that I got 3 of these for $3 each, right? On Amazon, this book is $10 each. So yeah, that was a gem I found at the... As you can see, it already came with a whole host of stickers within inside of the actual journal. I did my little signature in there. But yeah, those are some stickers that come with the actual journal. And here is the first month of full documentation. So Well, first, let me show you guys what one looks like blank. So this is what the calendar looks like blank. So as you can see, all of the boxes are empty, which means you can put in your own dates, what the calendar date and time is. So that means that this book can be used at any point in time in the year, because you're the one that is setting what the month and what the year is and all of that stuff. So that's one of the main reasons why I love this particular journal, is that a lot of this stuff you can fill in yourself, and you don't have to have it at a particular time of the year or started or something like that. You can start it whenever. So technically this journal started for October. So going back to my October documentation, as you can see, the first thing I did was I put in that it was October. I put in that it was October 2019. And then I went and bought, well, I didn't go and buy, I bought it off of Amazon. I bought some little dots because I wanted to be able to have a visible representation of what was going on a particular day. So as you can see, the red dot means that I had my period. Purple dot means that I hit my peak in my on my OPKs. The pink means high, that I reached a high in my OPKs. And then the kind of teal bluish mean that I ovulated. So the next thing I did is first I documented what the first day of the month was, which started on a Tuesday, and the last day of the month, which ended on October 31st. So I documented that. And then I documented what cycle day that really was. So cycle day 1 for me started on the 2nd, because that's when my period started. My period normally lasts for 3 to 4 days. So as you can see, the following 3 days has the red circles, because that was identifying that I was on my cycle. As you can see, I've had all of my appointments that I talked about in the previous videos, my ultrasound, baseline blood work, my saline sonogram, going over my genetic results, one of these, my HSG exam, and then my follow-up that I had with my fertility doctor, discussing what TTC journey I was about to undergo. As you can see, on cycle day 14, I hit a peak, which means on cycle day 15, I ovulated. And I was also still trending high on the OPK. So that's why it's 2 dots there. One signaling that I ovulated, the next signaling that I was still trending high for ovulation. And so this is just a high overview of what the month looked like. The other great thing that I love about this book is when you can break it down day by day. And so just a forewarning, or just a FYI about me, I'm very detailed. I'm very meticulous in my detail, because whatever question that come up, I want to be able to answer that question immediately and not have to think about it. So it already comes with basically the whole week of empty boxes so that you can fill in data as you need it. So over here this is my information on the OPKs that I took during my fertility window. So technically, I started on cycle day 10 of monitoring. And as you can see, I document that it was the morning, afternoon, or evening. So that's what these 3 boxes are for me. This is what I'm using them for, to document. As I stated before, during the fertility week, I tend to test twice a day. And then when I'm in my most fertile window, I test 3 times a day. So as you can see, I document the time that I took the test, what the test results said, and what the result numbers were, and also what my BBT was, my body temperature was at the time I took that test. And so I did that for, I think I did that for 7 days to get a trend and a track on what was going on. So yeah, from cycle day 10 all the way to cycle day 16 is when I tested. I document here when I went, when I ovulated, because on cycle day 14 is when I got my peak. And then cycle day 15 in the morning, I was still trending high, and my app said that I ovulated. So that's when I put ovulated here. So that's basically how I'm going to be tracking this journey. So I've already started filling out for next month, because next month, November 2019, starts next week. So I want to be prepared for that. So I still have to fill in my cycle days and all that stuff. I'm going to wait to do that until my cycle actually starts. It's supposed to start either Wednesday or Thursday. I got to go back to the app because that's when it predicts that I am. And 9 times out of 10, that app is only off by a day. It's not off very much. And so I've already did my legend for what the dots were. So again, red is my period. Pink is for high OPK. Purple is for peak OPK. Teal is for ovulated. And then I added the orange for my doctor's appointment. Okay. And then I would do the same thing. As soon as I start testing, and what day I start testing on, I'll go ahead and start filling out what those results are for that day. Okay. Let me just go back here. So yeah, this is what it looks like filled out. I don't know if you guys really like this journal. Again, I got it from Dollar General, but I can put a link into the description where I found it on Amazon. I'll go on Dollar General and see if they actually have it on there as well. If they do, I'll put that link in there as well. But yeah, that's the journal. Okay, so here's everything that I'm using to document my journey. I have the color pencils that I use, which is, for whatever given reason, I have the red, I have the blue, the green, and the pink. And then I have, of course, my pencil. I do everything in pencil just in case I have to erase and make a change. I also have one of those big school erasers. So just in case I make a big boo-boo, I can use the big eraser. Also my easy at home thermometer that tracks in the actual app by Bluetooth. I'll go ahead and put the description the link to Amazon where I purchased this. I can't remember how much I bought it for because I've had it since last year. I want to say maybe 13 bucks. It may be cheaper, maybe a little bit more. I'm not really sure, but I'll put a link in the description on this particular thermometer. And as I said, it's really good because you can connect it Bluetooth to your smartphone, and it automatically uploads to the app when you sync it to your phone. I have a video where I demonstrated how that works. I may go ahead and put that in this video too. I'm not sure. But yeah, I love this thing here. It makes life so much easier. And again, I always take my temperature before I get out of the bed. So that's the very first thing that I do in the morning is I take my temperature. When I'm doing OPKs, I take my temperature first thing in the morning. Then I do the OPK, and then I document what that is. I just got these dots, the ones that I use in the journal. I just got these from Amazon. And as you can see, it's 3,300 of these. So I don't see myself ever running out of these things. I mean, if I did, I'd probably have like been documenting for the last 17 years or something. That's something I could see running out of these dots. Eventually, once I do have my baby, these will transition into something else. But this was a really good purchase. I think I only spent $7 for these on Amazon. I will put a link in the description to for these dots. So just in case you think it's a good idea and you want to use this. The original journal that I had also came with stickers, so I just took those stickers out of that journal, and I may use them. I may not use them, but I just thought it was a good idea to not let them go to waste. So yeah, that's that. Um, what else? I think that is about it, guys. So yeah, guys, that's about it. I just wanted to show you guys the new journal of documentation that I'm doing, the new journal that I purchased, and show you guys how I'm going to be documenting my TTC journey moving forward. Hopefully, you guys enjoyed this video or found it informative. As I said, I will be putting a lot of things in the description, so feel free to check that out. Thanks again, as always, for tuning in. And I'm about to go make dinner, well, my breakfast slash dinner. And again, if you like this video, feel free to like or subscribe or comment. I reply to all comments. In the description will also be my social media information for Twitter, for Instagram, and my email address. So if you ever want to reach out to me by email, you can also do that. Otherwise, that's about it, guys. I'm going to go because I think I've made this video way longer than I wanted to. I wanted to do like 10 minutes. I'm pretty sure it's about 15 if I added in the clips of my baby's room. So, anywho, as always, keep the faith, stay positive. Bye.